Hey, what's going on, guys? This is a continuation from the first video, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Clarence Adams' childhood, okay? He was an illegitimate child, and this was back during the 1940s and 1950s when illegitimate births were not common. His father was a principal at a high school. His mother was an underage. He was born when his mother was an underage teenager. His father, his biological father, eventually abandoned the family and went back to his home state, Mississippi. Okay. And so he grew up in an impoverished area in Memphis, and there were only 3 or 4 parks that African Americans could go to around that time. That was the product of his childhood. Okay? He thought things would have been better once he enlisted in the United States Army, and in some cases, I mean, many cases, for him it was not. I mean, for many African American soldiers it was, but in his case it was not. I mean, when he was in the prisoner of war camp, some white soldiers talked to him about what they would do to him if they were not prisoners of war, and some of them threatened to kill him, quite frankly. Despite all that, he eventually made his way back to America in 1966 from China. Okay, Willis Morris was another defector. He played basketball for Peking University. And the reason he said he decided to come back to the United States was because the Soviets were really oppressing people during the Hungarian Revolution of 1956. And that really influenced his decision to come back to the United States. Again, all 21 prisoners of war who chose to live in China, they eventually chose to come back to the U.S. All of them. All of them. Every single one of them. All of them. And Aaron Wilson was a guy from Louisiana. He flew the American flag, with an 18-foot pole by his home. This is when he returned to America. He said, America is the greatest country in the world. He said, when I was young, and he did not realize that, but he realizes that now. Or he realized that now. And so, all the prisoners of war who chose to stay in China, they eventually came back to the United States on their own accord, including Clarence Adams. And Clarence Adams had an extremely rough childhood, experiencing just unimaginative raceism. You know, he encountered a white guy who came to the black area of town. The only reason he was there was he was trying to find a black woman to have sex with, and it was during that time. It was a lot different than now. That time it was a very bigoted and inappropriate thing to do, and that's a lot of his experiences he's had with white people. But he still chose to come back to America because the situations he had experienced with North Koreans and eventually the Chinese prompted his decision to come back to the United States. So hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless. Bye bye. Bye bye.